So I woke up this morning and I went on the Overwatch forums as usual, and I saw this article, and it was generally about the gist of it was Pharah being too overpowered, and one of my top played heroes is definitely Pharah, and this is just my 2 cents on the whole situation. Now, Pharah alone, I don't feel like she's too overpowered. Her rockets do a decent amount of damage. Well, still, it's not like you have to have skill to get direct hits, which they do 150 damage. I feel like she generally requires skill, but there are some instances where Pharah could be not technically abused, but she could be very annoying and hard to kill, despite her being a very squishy character generally. For example, you'll see this a lot in quick play, even in competitive play. You'll have a Pharah and a Mercy just flying above, and even if you have a decent soldier to land headshots on to the Pharah, she still has the Mercy to heal her and damage booster, and her rockets that do a decent amount of damage do even a greater amount of damage, and especially those direct hits will, I'm not sure the exact statistics on Mercy's damage boost, but they definitely do a lot more damage, and I could see that being a bit overpowered, but I don't see that a lot in my level of play. I'm like gold, platinum, around that area. So my season high last was like 2400 SR. I'm about like 2300 SR. So I would consider myself a low platinum, high gold player. Now, the reason I don't think that Pharah should receive any sort of nerf or any update or changes to her is because I, for one, think she's in a very good place right now. What they did to D.Va definitely separated the good D.Va players from the bad D.Va players. And for Pharah, I feel like that's already happening. If you're slightly new to Overwatch, D.Va was a little bit overpowered. There was a nerf last month, and it took away a lot of her armor. So there is armor health and just regular health, and the regular health is considered squishy, and the armor is considered more powerful. Instead of 400 armor, they nerfed it down to 200, and her damage was 3 shots per second, and they nerfed that down to 2. What that allowed for is for a lot of soldier players just to melt her mech down very quickly and kill her pilot, which isn't too hard since she only has 150 health and she's super squishy as well. All it takes is one Helix rocket and she's done. Another instance of Blizzard nerfing a character is Roadhog. So Roadhog's hook used to be crazy. It could theoretically hook people through walls, and it didn't pull them very close, but if you have a Reinhardt and a Roadhog and you hook someone through the shield, a crazy hook around a wall, that team will swarm whoever got hooked, and even if the Roadhog doesn't one-shot them or the character gets Zarya bubbled, there still is a very good chance that that character would be dead. I'll show the patch notes on the screen right about now, but what Blizzard did was they made it so the hook, even if it hit someone through a wall, it couldn't pull them back through a wall, and it would still be stunned, but you wouldn't get hooked through the wall. Usually it wouldn't be through it, it would find some way around it, but it was very ridiculous. Also, what Blizzard did is to compensate for the heavy nerf for Roadhog's hook, they added, I'm not sure the exact distance, but he pulled them very closer to him, which allowed for easier and headshots and more damage with his left click. Another thing I noticed about Pharah is her ultimate is super situational. Like, for instance, I'm going to show a clip where there was just this perfect Graviton surge, and I basically wiped their entire team to win the game. That was a very situational ultimate that doesn't happen often, and that is one of the best plays I have ever made in my Overwatch career, you could say. Also, Pharah's ultimate, their team has to be bunched up a lot. Ana could just throw a grenade down, heal the whole team. Pharah could be slept. She is not mobile during her ultimate. She can only move around to aim her rockets. So she's an easy target for someone who isn't in there. So if a soldier just lands a Helix rocket on her, it's good game. So if they were going to update Pharah in any way, I would say make her ultimate just a little bit more powerful so it's not super situational. And last but not least, I do not think this article will change Blizzard's mind. I don't think anything will be happening to Pharah in the near future. What I just think is happening is people are getting mad because they can't find a way to counter Pharah. here are some people on the screen that could easily counter Pharah. I'm just going to put them right there. For one, Widowmaker, I'm off the top of my head, Widowmaker D.Va could block her ultimate, eat all of those rockets up. And Widowmaker could just sit back and easily snipe her out of the sky. Soldier 76 does a great job as long as there's no Mercy pocket healing. And that's about it. So I don't think anything will be happening to Pharah in the near future, but you can put your opinions down in the comment section below, and I will see you in the next video. Peace.